Okay, so guys, as I was saying, this is the boom and crash you've been hearing about. Okay, of course, if you want to change your instrument, if you want to check the this thing, you check it up here, you see boom 500 index. Okay, and it's on 1 minute time frame. If you want to check, if you want to change the minutes, you just hold here, hold and hold. No, sorry, you just not hold, you just click and it will appear. Okay, and then you can select your minutes here, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, but you can only use 1 minute or 5 minutes to trade. Okay, it's better. Now I want to show you if you want to change your instrument, remember you just go here. Okay, you select your instruments. Okay, remember that boom is in boom you only sell, you sell, in crash you buy. Okay, whether it's crash 1500 or 300 you buy, whether it's crash, whether it's boom 1500 or 300 you sell. Okay, so now for example this is boom. Okay, if you're selling on boom, now you can see the trend going down and it gets here, you see this blue, this green spike here. This green spike means that those that are buying, the buyers have overpowered the sellers, so it will spike. If you are in the trade up to this time, you will lose money and you might lose all your profits. Okay, so you don't, here the trading here, you don't stay in the market. You should know your entry point. Is not as difficult as trading currency indices, commodities and metals. Okay, where the trade, you cannot decide which trend is going. Here you know it's going down until when it gets, when it over sell, it will spike. In crash, when it overbuy, it will spike down. Okay, for example, let me open crash so that you see. This is, let me select crash. Let's say crash 1000. Okay, also let's say crash 500. This is crash 500. Okay, you can see the trend is going up. Okay, so if you take for example here, you see a spike. So whenever the trend is going, if it spike, you see this red, it spikes down. Okay, but in boom, the trend is going down, so it spikes up. Okay, so let's go back to boom. Let me show you something. So if you want to trade on boom, please, this the major things that you'll be, the major this thing you'll be using to trade is only these two indicator, your moving average and this your RSI. Okay, I'm going to be teaching you about the RSI later, but first of all I'm going to be teaching you what they call it, I'm going to teach you your moving average. There are only three things you need here to trade. You need your moving average, your RSI here. This is this blue line here is your moving average. This green line here, your own might not be green, is RSI. Okay, and then you need to learn your resistance, how to set your resistance and your support. Okay, I'm going to be teaching you guys that later, but this video I'm going to be teaching you how to trade using your moving average. Okay, so you can see the blue line anytime. Let's say for example, you can see here the trend, there's a spike here and it start going up again. You see as it's going up, you can see the blue line here. Whenever it spike, if it spike and come down below this blue line, okay, so look at the blue line here. Okay, look at the blue line, look at when it spike here. Okay, when it spike here, it came down below the blue line and then it spiked again, it came down below the blue line. You can see the trend is down now and started going up again, and it crossed the blue line and started going up. So it's crossed your moving average. The blue line is your moving average. So anytime the trade spike down below the moving average and start going back up, okay, and it start going back up, if it gets to this moving average, because moving average is always like always the way it is. If it gets to this moving average and it now passes a little bit, if it passes a little, if you just get to that moving average, if the candlestick, like you can see this candlestick that is on the moving average, if it gets to the moving average, the next candlestick that we come out, you enter your trade. You can decide to allow the trade to last, but I will advise you to always take only one candle or two candle out and you get out of the market. If you're trading on a 5 minute time frame, you can trade on one full candle, which is 5 minutes. But if you're trading on 1 minute time frame, it's fast. So you trade on just you trade on, pick maybe two candle or three candle or four candles, but just pick two and you're out of the trade. Okay. Then you wait for it. Don't mind whether it go up, wait for it when it come and crash again like this below the moving average. If it crash below it, you see it start going up again. okay, and it start going up again, and you see it pass the moving average, this blue line. So when it gets to that, when the candlestick rise to that moving average, the next candlestick that will come after that moving average, you enter another trade. You can pick two candle from there, okay. Now the same, it you can do this, you can take like up to 10, up to 20, 30 trades in a day, okay. So imagine like you're making like a $1 or $2 in each trade, okay. You can make up to and $1 or let's say $1 times 20, that's about $20 in a day. So you must have like $100 to be able to trade on $1 lot size, okay. You must have like up to $100. So if you want to fund your account, don't fund below $100, please, for your own good and for an effective trade, okay. Then I'm going to be teaching you guys to know how to trade with your RSI and how to trade with using your resistance and support. So the way it is here, let's go to boom now. If you go to boom, let's say boom 500. If you go to boom, I know the trend is going down, okay. So when the trend is going down, the moving average is also here. Whenever it passes the moving average, okay, whenever there is a spike, and the spike below the spike above in boom, when it spike above the moving average, this blue line here, when it's back above it, you see it start coming back up again, okay. Don't always be in the market for the spike to catch you, okay. Just whenever it spike and it start coming up again, you watch it. When it gets to this moving average, when it gets to this line here, the next candle that will come after this line, you pick your trade. So you can enter two candle. Don't enter more than two candle, please. No matter how the trend goes, don't enter more than two candle stick, okay, please. Then once you take two candlestick or three, you can take up to 5, you can even take up to 8 at times, but just keep it two. One candlestick, two candlestick, three candlestick. If you're trading with $1, before a full